Hi, welcome to today's science experiment. We're going to make an experiment out of things we can find in our kitchen. Now you might be noticing some globs or blobs or bubbles or orbs floating around on my screen. And the reason that they are there is because we're going to make something that uses those bubbles or orbs or globs today. I don't know what the real science word is for those things, but you could use any of those words. Or you can make up one of your own that you think might suit what they are. We're going to make a lava lamp today. And we are going to use some science words again that you will need to know. But again, I don't want you to worry about them because we'll explain them as we go along. But I just think it's good for you to hear the words before we start. So we're going to use the word gas. In particular, we're going to use carbon dioxide. And we're going to use the word density. Now remember, density is the amount of matter that will fit into a space. If there's more stuff in there, it's more dense and it will be heavier. If there's less stuff in there, it will be lighter and it will float. And we're going to use the word dissolve, which remember when something that's solid goes into a liquid, it might dissolve and become part of the liquid. And we're going to use the word volcanic eruption. So I'm sure you know what a volcano is. And then we've got our words to describe these floating bubbles. I use globs a lot. I don't know, they seem globby. Anyway, the aim of today's science experiment is to make a lava lamp. And here come the step-by-step instructions. If you can make one at home, that's even better. Otherwise, just watch mine. See you on the other side of this experiment and you're going to be so amazed what we are making. It's really very amazing. Here's our materials. This is the container we're going to use. Food colouring, some kind of aspirin that's dissolvable, water and vegetable oil. Step 1. Fill the container a quarter full with water. Fill the rest with vegetable oil. Now we're seeing that they are separating. Now we're going to drop in a couple of drops of food colouring. The colour is going to sink to the bottom. We've got a little glob there that's on its way down. In the meantime, we're going to open our Aspro or our aspirin. Because we need this tablet. We're just waiting for that last little bit to sink to the bottom, and you can see that the blue is the water and it is separated from the oil. Oil floats because it's less dense than water. Food has the same density as the water. It's going to dissolve this tablet and it's going to make a gas, and the gas is carbon dioxide. The gas is lighter than water, so what do you think it will do? Let's watch. The food colouring is sinking to the bottom. So we've got the water and the oil separated. Here we go with our tablet. Now watch what happens. The air bubbles are going to bring the coloured water to the top. Can you see those bubbles forming and coming to the top? It's amazing, isn't it? Eventually, the air is going to come out of the coloured water and the water is going to get heavy again and sink. But for the moment, it's going to keep rising and rising until all the tablet is dissolved. And you can actually see the bubbles on the top here. Okay, so some of them are starting to sink to the bottom again because the water's getting heavy when it doesn't have any of the air left in it. Those bubbles on the bottom look like the bottom of the sea. Would you like to watch if I put one more tablet in? Here we go. Okay, those bubbles are rising again. The water and the air combined is lighter. Do you know you can do this at night? Turn the lights off and shine a torch through so you can watch it. Do you think it makes any difference if I cover the top? The noise stops. I could hear a fizzing noise before. The bubbles seem to be a little bit bigger. So let's remember, the air combined with the water is less dense, it's lighter, so it floats to the top. And then when the air goes out, the water gets heavy again and falls to the bottom. This is our lava lamp. Isn't it beautiful? Now I'm going to do just a little bit of experimenting on my own. I'm going to put some yellow food colouring in there. And we're watching it go down. So we can see the yellow globs, they look a bit red, and the blue globs. So going to wait for them to sink down to the bottom again. And then I'm going to put another tablet. We're going to see, do the two colours combine to make green, or do they stay separate? Okay, all the yellows, or most of the yellows, seems to have gone to the bottom. So here's our tablet. Oh, I saw some green ones coming up. So the colours have combined. I'm going to put the lid on again to see if it makes any difference. It's almost like you're watching under the sea or something out in space. today, because we're doing an experiment, I'm going to do a bit more of an experiment. I'm going to put a bit of the red colouring in. I love how solid the globs are when we first put them in. The globs, the orbs, the circles. We could call them any of those things. And I'm going to do something really tricky. I'm going to put 2 tablets in. Are you ready? Let's watch. It's kind of a browny purpley colour because it's combining them all together. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's like almost a little volcanic eruption. You can see the plain coloured air bubbles rising to the top because they're not carrying any water. We know they're not carrying any water because there's no colour. The air or the gas is lighter than the oil and the water, less dense. Science is almost like magic, isn't it? So much fun.